This is the award-winning Lee Pitts Live.
Brought to you by Lee Health.
Welcome to Lee Pitts Live. I know you thought you were going to get Lee Pitts right now, but no, you get First Lady Nikki from Fly 98.5. I'm taking over today. You know, this is going to be my show, I think. What do you think? I think so. Yeah, no?
See what I'm talking about? Bring these radio personalities in here. You bring these ladies in here. She goes back with me. Last time she was on my show was 12 years ago. And then she thinks she can come in here and just take over Lee Pitts Live. Come on, Nikki, work with a brother.
Yeah, I'll try to. I'll try to. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Now, who's running this? Is it you running it or I'm running it today?
No, I'm going to let you run it today because honestly, as many years as you've been doing this, it's just an honor to sit here at your table continuously.
Legend, folk. The legend?
No, you the legend. You the legend.
First Lady Nikki, 105.5, and now she's got her own thing over at Fly 98.5 FM. Just keep on doing what you're doing. First of all, let me compliment you on the hair. Now, who whipped that? Did Stephanie whip that up for you? You whipped it up yourself?
No, I went ahead and did it, but she's the reason that I have these locks.
Plug in your Stephanie. See, I didn't forget about you. You know, your mom's a good friend of mine, right?
She's so awesome.
Were you ever in my swimming program when you were a kid over at the Stars?
When I was smaller, yes, I was at the Stars. Yes.
Okay, because I can't remember all my swimmers, but they all grow up and be successful.
See, look at that.
See what I'm saying?
You might need to get back in it.
Okay, so as I was over the Stars in the early 90s, 92 up to say like 2000, what age would you have been in like 95 or something like that?
Oh, see, I was a little bit older in 95,
Okay.
but high school age, around
Right.
like that. Not to age myself or anything like that. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so I seen you during that time because I know Stephanie was over there working, moving around, and Stephanie would never speak to me. I don't know what was up with that. I was just a swimming teacher, Stephanie. Tell us what has gone on since I talked to you 12 years ago.
Oh, wow.
If people, you guys are saying, well, Lee, why haven't you talked to Nikki in 12 years? It's not me, folks. Don't hate me. I'm always reaching out to Nikki. Nikki is busy doing a lot of stuff. Now, your radio style, do you have a certain style that you use on radio, or you just wing it?
No, I think when it comes to style or what one could classify as style, the biggest thing, the thing that I work to do every single day when I'm on air is to communicate as if I'm sitting right next to the person. Not necessarily talk at people. So communicating as if we're right there in the same room talking with each other. And my style, I would have to say, I just love people. Like I love people. So that comes across, I think, while I'm on air. So that's my style, to just be chilling with them.
Okay, now with technology changing like it has, we see you a lot on social media. People get to physically see you. They hear you on radio, but they see you too. Anyone can tell that, hey, she is made for television and she can do radio. Now, some people who do radio look like they're made for radio, but with your good looks and everything, you can do both.
Well, thank you.
Are you going to take advantage of it? Are you going to come in here and host Lee Pitts Live for me when I go on vacation?
Listen, I will definitely do that because that's one thing that I'm wanting to expand on is the television side. Anything that falls under the umbrella of media, honestly, is what the ultimate goal is to dominate.
Now, with you being able to connect with people on the radio and connect with them on social media, it seemed like you built a strong platform. I go over there sometime and listen to you live on Facebook. I'm like, she's getting down over there. I'm sitting there like, but you be kicking that knowledge too.
Yeah, I try to do a little something.
Who were those, like, was that your daughters or something? I saw these girls come in on one of your Facebooks, I think it was last week. You don't know, I'm sneaking in there looking.
Yeah.
They were like, we in here too. They got personality and everything. Who were those girls?
Those are my daughters.
Okay.
Those are my daughters.
Shout their names out.
Kenesha and Stevie, my baby girls.
Okay.
Yeah, just two of them.
So
But I have a third one.
okay, now that's a girl as well?
Okay. Total of 5. Together we have 5. I
Okay.
know. Sounds like a big happy family. And it
Well,
is.
call out their
5.
names.
All right. We have Juwan, our oldest, and then we have Angel, who's the Tallahassee and fam, and then Kenesha, Rodney, and Stevie.
Okay, so they're looking at you on television now. Now and we're also streaming online, so one in Tallahassee, she can be looking at us on fox4now.com. By having children and being on radio, having those children in a real world situation, does that help you in how you relate to people on radio and just the concept of what people are dealing with?
It does. It does. It almost humanizes you in a sense because I can relate. I can relate to the parents that are out there. I can relate to the ones now that have teenagers. I can relate to the ones that have adults. And at the same time, they keep you cool. Even though I'm not the coolest to the younger ones right now, because it's, oh, mom, stop. But the other ones, you kind of pick up what's hip just because you're surrounded by their friends at times too. So they help keep me cool.
Now, I'm listening to you on the radio, Fly 98.5, and I'm saying, how does Nikki keep up with this music? Like me, I'm just gonna be straight up. I'm not up on the current music as much as all, you know, kind of Rihanna and all of that. I know them when I see them. You have come through all these different genres of music and you're keeping up with it. Tell us about that. Is it how do you keep up with the current music?
With the current music, a lot of times it's either watching some of the videos, and especially now when you have social media, you can catch quick clips of different things. And actually, when you're scrolling through social media and these different sites, you'll even hear a clip or a snippet of something, and you think I think to myself, like, oh, that's dope. And then I do the research, because that becomes the researcher in me, like, who sings that song? Where they been? And what are they doing? And things like that. So then I go after it from that point.
Okay, so when we're listening to you on radio and we hear these songs come up, you are picking these songs, or the powers that be say play the top 10 over and over and over? Go.
The powers that be, there are powers that be that run that part. That would be the music director. They take control of the music. So that doesn't necessarily become an issue for me, because sometimes it can be, I'm picking songs and you're actually producing a show. A lot of times people think it's easy to just talk, and you know that. There's preparation that goes into that. But from 12 to 1 on my show, it's all requests. So it's whatever you want to hear. It's whatever anybody wants to hear, and I put those in. We're at freedom to do that.
And they make that request. How do they get to Nikki? How, you got a whole lot of social media ways to get to you?
Yep, we do social media at First Lady Nikki, or on our Fly 98.5's Facebook page and Twitter page, and then they can just call. They can do social media the old-fashioned way, you know, pick up the phone. They can do that too.
I used to love to hear you interview celebrities from time to time. Or is that a part of your new world too on Fly 98.5? Have you talked to any celebrities lately?
Not lately. I haven't had any celeb interviews as of yet, but I'm pretty sure some of those will start making their way through.
What's the difference now? We're going to see the difference in you in terms of where you were when you were at your old radio station. I don't want to give them any publicity. I don't know if you do. And where you are now, are we going to, is it a different style, or is it basically the same?
You know what? I know it is a different style, because there's an evolution of sorts that have taken place, because you learn some things and then you've grown to a certain extent, and then right now it's just all about going back to trying the things that you used to try. I used to say, when you first come into something and first come in the game, because of ignorance, not in a negative way, but just lack of knowledge for something, you're willing to try anything simply because you don't know. So getting back to that, you know what? Let me stretch myself creatively.
Right.
Let me try some stuff.
So you have a lot more freedom, would you say?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I had that same. I think I had that same freedom then, but yeah.
Okay, so when you pioneering, like 98.5 FM Fly is a new radio station.
Yeah.
So you're able to come in there and kind of pioneer and create as you
Yeah.
go. That's
Yeah.
a lot of fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Because again, that's where you get into the area of stretching yourself and going beyond, because you can try what you've wanted to try, or even try some new things that you've wanted to try. So it's a good place. It's a good position.
Now, will you get into community issues as well, politics, crime, what's going on in the community, or will you just stick to music? No, because I'm, even myself as a person, and I think all of us are more than just music. Music just becomes the soundtrack to the different life experiences that we have. So it's weaving in and out of that soundtrack, so to speak. When it comes to politics, yeah, because people want to know, what's going on, not necessarily in a sense of choosing a side, but just keeping people informed. And when it comes to community events, definitely, because I have a heart, for my community and stuff, keeping people informed of what's out there, what's going on, and stuff like that. So yeah. I remember a while back, and I don't know if it still exists today, the Winner Circle, 239 Winner Circle.
Yeah.
Katrina, it was the third person, and you guys were out there willing and dealing all the time. You still involved with that?
No, we haven't been as active. I know, we still are, but 239 Winner Circle still exists, Katrina and I. And
See, Katrina, you didn't know, you thought I'd give you a plug. Go ahead.
my girl. But so we still have that. We just haven't been able to be as active as we are. But in our own right, she's doing great things over at the Q. So she's constantly involved with the youth. And then any chance I get to serve, I'm doing that. So although it may not be in an official sense like it used to be, we still do things.
When people tune in to your radio show, what time and what can they expect to get?
They tune in Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And what you can expect to get is a real person. I'm going to talk to you just like you're my friend. We're going to laugh about some stuff. We might touch on a few serious topics. If that, I'm going to give you some advice if you request that. And we just going to vibe out and have a good time.
Now, you are certified as what?
I'm a certified speaker, trainer, and life coach.
So if people want to get you out to speak, they can also request you for that as well?
They could, absolutely.
Now, when you go out to speak, are you speaking as a radio representative, or depending on how you structure it, you could also be your own company or whatever you might be?
It just all depends on what the request is. Sometimes they want first lady, and I mean, it's all a part of who I am. So they get a little bit of everything.
Folks, I know you guys know I interview a lot of people all the time, and y'all might say, Lee look like he's a little bit more giddy to be interviewing First Lady Nikki. I don't get these types of celebrities every day. I was like, Nikki showed up. Nikki, we got to stop waiting for 10 years to get together on TV.
I know. I'll be back.
Okay, you mentioned the Q. We got some kids from the Q coming up shortly. Go ahead.
All right, this has been Lee Pitts Live, and we're going to be right back with some awesome, amazing, wonderful kids from Quality Life Center. Stay tuned.